Well, I do be fucking loving Gozyuger. Sorry about that Gav review, but this episode was almost straightforward with what it really wanted to tell, which I liked. Like, it took a story that shouldn't be super complicated and just made it simple for everybody to understand. And that was when Ryugi was little, he was lost. He was pretty much pumped it up on a pedestal to just continue his family legacy. That's it, nothing less, nothing more. He pretty much felt like, okay, there is nothing really going on in my life, and there's not going to be anything going after that. He kind of felt like a doll until he found the book of the village of the Tega Sword, which awakened something in him and actually gave him some sort of a purpose, something to actually believe in, something to look forward to. So when he got older, he ran away, which, hey, that's great. Like, it's a person that actually found something that he likes and he connects to, and he wants to make it his life goal. How much, I don't know how much money he gets from it, how much, he is, and how much he's rich. It's not really fair to coast on your parents when the only thing you do is just, I am now evangelical fucking follower of the Tega Sword. I don't know, that's odd. But having him pretty much tell Shoko in their fight how much he really believes in the Tega Sword, and this is the thing that he wants to do. And when he pretty much discovered everything about the Tega Sword, he actually found some light in it. That was genuinely great. Like, I really fucking loved it. And having him not only like tell her but show her, and that being the reason that Shoko kind of like understood is, okay, I believe you now. I will go back and tell your dad that you're not going to come back. That was great. I genuinely love it. Yeah, like how much the show did play some romance with them too, specifically like using an old flashback and having Shoko be kind of like, oh, I'm sad that you're leaving, and it's very kind of specific theming and very much specific way that them two look at each other. It's like, oh, they might be in love with each other. They kind of played it, but they never really executed anything on it. How much? I don't believe it's like a ginormous deal. I don't see that as a big missed opportunity, but it would be interesting to see Ryugi kind of in that situation. That would be fun. And Shoko was great. Like, Shoko was purely for a good portion of the episode in her berserk form, and it was fun. Like, the total difference in mannerism when she's like Red Racer and Berserk Red Racer is fun, and having her kind of like still be overly protective until she saw Ryugi fight inside the Tega Sword, and the Tega Sword talks to them. That was great. I liked that. Like, everything about Shoko as a character could have been slightly more, but you know what? She, I think, did her best. And I think like not fully focusing on her might be way more like, okay, this is what we think this character should be, and that's it. And everybody's reaction to fucking Ryugi telling them that he was rich was like genuinely funny. I don't know why. And the Tega Sword actually becoming slowly more of a character. How much I am kind of starting to be scared that when he's actually going to show up, he's just going to be diluted to an exposition machine, because like, in my opinion, like, the end of the episode, him telling Ryugi a white lie was really funny. Like, I hope he's actually going to become like a real character, and also he can take over people. He's an actual god. It's genuinely funny. I don't know. And you know what, the weird bit, which is kind of like a interesting little weird side thing to kind of talk about before my final thoughts about the episode, about like Sweet Cake being madly in love with Corn and pretty much almost cocking her husband. And like, before they went and fought the Gozyuger, like, Corn started sweet talking Cake, and like Fire Candle was in the background, and he was just confused. Like, I have never been more like, I never felt more fucking like, true true. I feel the same as a dude that dresses like Fire Candle. I don't know why. And having her in the end figure out that, oh yeah, Connie's a piece of shit was funny. Like the idea that Shining Knife Knight got his own like windscreen was kind of funny. I don't know why. But yeah, like overall this was a genuinely fun, simplistic, but really great episode. They kind of like dove deep into Ryugi's very straightforward attitude with the Tega Sword. He actually believes that the Tega Sword is this divine being that gave him an actual light, an actual path for him to walk on, and gave him something else to do, which, you know what, a lot of people like don't see religion like that, and to each their own. And it shouldn't be just kind of looked at as, oh, you should find a god to worship. It's way more, you need to find something that would light your path. And it was great to have it be some sort of a way to, and it was great that the show used it in a different type of story, which like Sentai doesn't do that much. Again, like Japanese culture is kind of different with the way that they look at gods, and sometimes they just make them the villain, sometimes they make them a non-entity, but like making them a thing to worship is sometimes not being handled correctly. Sometimes it's just like it's said and that's really it, which means they're not being handled correctly. But having that be the story of Ryugi just worked. You know, Shoko was fun. Like, I don't know, like I maybe wish she had slightly more of a character, but she was very much the universe warrior of like the two-parter that was way more meant to, let's say, elevate Ryugi. And for a character that is as odd as Ryugi, I think like having her be slightly dumbed down is fun, and it's fine. Like, you know, I don't know, like if I could rank right now the three like universe warriors that actually helped our protagonist, Atami is still number one. Like, here's the thing, I think Shoko's number two and Gaia's number three, because like at least Shoko helped Ryugi, while like Gaia was kind of way more in it to himself and Rico just was there. I don't know, but yeah, like this episode kind of was a weird type of end, because it seems that next episode is not only the debut of the Tega June, but it seems that it's going to be a very big part to the 6th Rangers debut, which it is going to be interesting how that's going to play. And you know what, that's fun, that's fine, because like this is the point in a season of Sentai that stuff really gets like slightly more intense and slightly more interesting, and it's kind of less kind of like Monster of the Week, at least for like a good chunk of the show. But yeah, this episode gets a B. So, what you thought about Gozyuger episode? Episode number 14? Comment below, let me know. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you liked it, please smash that like button. Also, if you haven't helped your subscribe button achieve its true goal of becoming a subscribed button, please do. Don't forget, you're the only one that can prevent forest fires. Thank you very much, and have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.